Welcome to the first ever episode of our brand new podcast, Sisters.
Sisters. If you're wondering why we picked the name Sisters, it's because we are two sisters. I am Mouselet 2.
And I'm Mouselet 1.
And a year ago for Jollywood Nights, we dressed up in a sister's costume from White Christmas. Not even the biggest fans of that movie, but it was kind of an iconic thing and just felt very us.
We've actually been wanting to start a podcast for years. Mouselets Lore drop in like 2020, I think. We recorded an episode or two of a podcast that we at the time called Mouselets Radio.
It was during COVID, just to I feel like that makes it a little bit more normal. We were bored during COVID and we were like, we should do this. I don't even know what that episode sounds like. Not sure I want to know. Maybe we'll drop it one day, but probably not.
Haven't listened to it since we recorded it, for sure.
We did consider the name Mouselets Radio for this, but no, vetoed. Sisters is the name. And let's tell you a little bit about what's going to be happening on here.
So we FaceTime for hours a week. We're constantly chatting and we love when we get to go on live, chat with you guys. And we figured this is a place for us to get to sort of talk a little bit more casually, share fun things happening in the Disney universe that we want to talk about and our lives.
Like trip planning questions that we get all the time. What a good way to consolidate everything into one spot and also basically be recording our FaceTime calls. So, yeah.
So we'll see sort of as things evolve. I'm sure we're going to learn a lot, but we wanted to just start and try it. And so the way that most episodes are actually going to open is that we're going to do something called a cold open, like this little segment for our Patreon members. So we have a Patreon now. We're very excited.
It's going to be a big thing, guys. It's going to be fun. And it's going to be the Pit and the Peach crew. Okay. Pit and Peach is like a thing.
Pit and Peach.
Pit and Peach. It's a big thing. You'll learn it. It'll be a segment on here. But the Pit and the Peach crew. And that special segment is called Sitting on the Ground Talking. Iconic because we sit on the ground all the time and talk.
So again, normally we're going to reserve that segment just for Patreon members, but we figured for this first episode, we're going to keep it open to everyone so you can kind of see what it's like, see if you're interested in joining the Patreon, have an example.
It's basically a little bit more behind the scenes about us and our lives and what we would talk about that we wouldn't normally air on the Mouselets. And the perfect thing to start with is the fact that so many people think that we never fight, and those people could not be more wrong. So we've compiled a list of our biggest fights, and then we're going to tell the story of the most insane fight we got into in Magic Kingdom.
And we've referenced this fight. If you follow us on social media, we've definitely referenced our Tomorrowland fight, but we've never actually told the story because, again, not necessarily something we need to share with, hundreds of thousands of people, but for our closest followers, our Patreon friends.
Start with a bang.
We'd start with a bang. So people who think we don't fight, I would say don't have a sister.
Because I don't. Do you know a single sister that doesn't fight?
No,
I don't. Of our biggest fights, I think one of the biggest fights we have every trip is about the pink bag. The pink bag, which we stuff our extra outfits in. And then it's so heavy. And I feel like typically I always carry it and Mouselets 1 never wants to carry it.
And you know what? That couldn't be less true. We split it.
We should split it. And we don't split it, which is why the fight always starts. If
So
we
the pink
split it,
bag,
we wouldn't fight.
Put the pink bag in a locker once we get to the park. It's just bringing it to the park, bringing it home from the park. Neither is good. At the end of the night, you're tired. In the morning,
they're both awful. They're both awful. And the reason we fight about it is because it's not split evenly. Okay, that's a fight. I think another fight that I thought of, our Ratatouille fight, iconic, awful. Ratatouille, if you're the girl who's behind us, guys, we were in line for Ratatouille day after the 50th anniversary. I don't know what the heck we were fighting her about, but we were in the long line. I mean, we spent 15 to 20 minutes just bickering and fighting, and it was out of control, and it was actually so immature of us. And then finally we both just stopped speaking to each other. And the woman behind us, so nice, again, if you're listening, I'm so sorry about this, was oh my God, hi, I follow you guys, I love you guys. And guaranteed for the past 15, 20 minutes, she's heard us just at each other's throats. It was horrific.
I barely remember this.
Oh my God, I remember. And so does the woman behind us in line. So does everyone in line, honestly. It's that family that's fighting at Disney that you're listening in at. It's you love to hear it, but you don't want to be a part of it,
A huge fight I was thinking of, which Mouselets 2 I don't think really remembers this fight. I have no idea what trip this was, but our dad dropped us off at the gates of the Boardwalk Resort. And we were going to walk in. We were walking in. I remember walking up the street to the Boardwalk Resort. And I don't know what we were going to go do at the resort or on the boardwalk. We were walking up.
When was this? I don't know what you're talking
about.
No
idea. And this was years and years ago, though. And Mouselet 2 was filming something on like a GoPro or something horizontal video. And this was like way before us really doing YouTube. And I remember being like, what are you doing? And she was furious with me. And we got in a huge fight and we had to go do whatever we were doing on the boardwalk
Because you
in
probably,
like
like,
silence.
belittled me. That's,
I
like
didn't belittle you. I said, what are you doing?
no, you definitely belittled me. I don't remember this, but I just know, like, reading the situation. Anyway, nothing compares, don't remember that fight, to our Tomorrowland fight, which we'll both try to tell. 2 sides to every story,
You
guys.
said the story, guys.
But let me tell you, this was in April of 2018, okay? Long
It's
time
just
ago.
10 years
Wait,
ago.
Mouselets Lore, I know every single trip we've, like, ever been on. It's like a
Like
thing.
I don't even remember the like last trip we
Yeah,
took,
April of
basically.
2018, okay? I am in the park. I guess I was probably, like, overheated or something, but God, I felt so sick. I go into the Cosmic Rays family stall bathroom. I am yuking it up. I'm so ill. It was awful, okay? So,
Okay. She's gone for a while.
I'm gone for a
And
while. I come out. Mouselet one goes, "I wanna meet Merida." And I was like, "Oh, I feel so sick. I don't wanna meet Merida right
I
now."
correction, I was already in line to meet Merida.
Right, and
I
I
was
said
actively in the line.
"You can meet Merida, that's totally fine. I'm ill, I can't meet Merida right now. I gotta just, like, plop down, like, something is up." She got furious at me, which was
The fight, it was a little bit more than that of the to the fight, but whatever.
okay, whatever. So then and this is the part that I'm a little shaky on. All
Oh, I
trip
remember this part well. I don't really remember that part, but I remember the next part.
okay, well, all trip, we had been talking about getting some dessert.
There was a milkshake that we really wanted to try. I don't remember. It's very unlike us, honestly, but it was a milkshake and a defining factor of this milkshake. Okay,
Marshmallow.
this is the most important part. No, it wasn't a milkshake. It was just a marshmallow treat,
No, no, no,
right?
no, 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 it was a milkshake with
Okay. It was
marshmallow.
a milkshake. And the defining factor is that on the straw of the milkshake, there was a marshmallow treat. Okay, like a
It's
chocolate
like
covered marshmallow.
Mickey shape.
That is critical to the story.
Okay, so whatever, Mouse the one goes to meet Merida.
Because I'd been waiting in line for like 30 minutes and I wanted to just do it.
Okay, not that long. I wasn't throwing up for 30 minutes. Me and Mouselet A was there, okay? Me and Mouselet A, I'm, like, recovering. I, like, got some water, and I'm like, "All right, like, I can't go on a ride right now, but, like, I can recover." I didn't wanna meet Merida, though. And so Mouselet A goes, "I wanna go get a treat." And I was like, "Oh, sure." So we go to Storybook Circus Tent, whatever, Storybook Treats, whatever that place is called, and she gets a a M&M covered
Marshmallow.
marshmallow pop on
I don't know this.
a straw.
Here,
All right.
I'm in line to meet Merida.
He eats most of it. Me, actually, so kind of crazy. Me, after being like so sick, I'm also eating some of it.
Wait,
Okay.
I need to make a point of clarification. For some unknown reason, rather than coming on a popsicle stick or something, it came on a Mickey straw,
I already
like
said
an
it came on a
actual
straw.
straw.
I said,
But I just need to make that very clear.
okay, came on a straw, whatever. And so, like, we're standing over kind of by anti-gravity's, right by the bathroom,
Outside the bathrooms.
right by the bathrooms. And I
We
like
made
had like a
love.
bite or two. Okay. But whatever, we're eating it. And so M1's like finally making her way over and we saved like a bite of it. And I was like, you know what? As like an act of good faith, let's save
After
the
this fight, which wasn't, to be clear, the Merida fight wasn't like the huge part of the
no, it
fight.
was
It was
just like
kind of like
silly
regular.
sister fighting. I was like out of it, like as an act of good faith, like let's save her a bit of this. She walks up and I'm
Right.
like, do you want a piece of this treat? And
He
she
hands me a straw,
a
a
straw,
Mickey
which
straw,
like I
which
will
was
say it was like a
a
morsel.
morsel of a bite, like the smallest bite.
And
And I was
she
like,
loses it.
I cannot believe that you got this treat without me. And guys,
And I'm
the world's largest fight ensued. I mean, I can't even tell you the
but
like
what's funny is like we're having two different conversations because I didn't know that she was thinking I got the milkshake. I thought she was just pissed that we got a treat.
yeah, so in case that wasn't clear to anyone, because it was a marshmallow treat on a Mickey straw, I thought that this milkshake, the one thing that we've been talking about wanting to try all trip, they went and got without me and they saved me like this a bite the size of like a single M&M.
Also, no milkshake was also like a part of it. But I didn't know. And I was like, okay, you went and did something. We went and did something.
We're
We
having two
were
different fights screaming.
screaming our heads off. Right.
We don't swear.
We don't swear.
Right. Not the two is swearing. I did not swear.
I don't swear. Like I like swear very rarely. In fact, guys, side note, just was demolishing my deck with Papa Mouselet and Mouselet 3. I had safety glasses on, thank God. I got smashed in the face with like a splintered board and nail and I got a black eye from it, but I had safety glasses on and I like again, I don't swear. We won't swear in this podcast if kids are listening, but I did swear. And Papa Mouselet goes, "Oh my God, in all of the 29 years I've known you, I've never heard you swear once." Which I was like, wow. I don't really swear often, but I was We were
She was crying outside the anti-gravity's bathroom, guys.
screaming our heads off.
But then through the course of this conversation where we're having the course of this fight, where we're having two different conversations, we realize what has happened.
Yeah, we're like,
and that I think it's the milkshake. And she thinks she doesn't realize that. And it all ended up being fine. I'm pretty sure we just like literally like laughed.
also because like our family in general gets over fights so
Really
fast. Like we say it with all of like our partners that like we'll be fighting and I'll be like, oh, I'm like, yeah, I'm done with this fight. I'm over it. And like they can't react the same way that like
you just sort of stand in silence for 2 minutes and then you say something else.
and then
it's
we're
like,
just like over it. It literally happens on a weekly basis. But that fight is the most iconic, the Tomorrowland fight.
So if you ever hear us reference it, now you guys know.
Now you know. Guys, there was also an avocado toast fight. I can't talk about that right now, but maybe one day. That was
we can't get into the
that
avocado
was
toast.
bad, but we can't get into that right
that
now.
will be actually behind
that one will be behind locked doors, but something to look forward to. So
okay. So that is sort of going to be a taste of what happens in our Patreon segment, Sitting on the Ground Talking. Normally it will be at the very top of the episode, an extra like 15-ish minutes for those particular members. But now we're going to move on to the next segment that we're going to do. And guys, only some people are going to get this reference, but we are calling it
And That's What You Missed on Glee.
That's What You Missed on Glee. A little recap of the news, just like the things that have happened lately, things that are buzzing.
the happenings, yeah, the buzzing, the buzz on Maggie. We maybe should have called it the buzz on Maggie.
Too late.
But
Okay.
that's alternate name. Slow news week. Tough start.
Slow news week, but a few things happened. The first one is, so the Disney Destiny is going to be the newest ship in the Disney Cruise Line fleet. I think in my head, it's launching at the end of the year, I guess, just because that's when the Treasure launched.
I think so.
But it officially had its like float away thing or whatever, which means it's like no longer being built. It's officially out on the water, like being tested and things like that. I am very excited for the Destiny. I don't think it's going to be my favorite ship in this fleet because it's a little bit more like Marvel adventure themed.
I'm excited though.
I'm excited for it.
It's funny because maybe like a year and a half ago, if I had heard someone talking about cruises, I would have been like, oh, I literally don't care. But then we went on a cruise and now we're like cruise lovers.
So there's probably people listening to this being like, I couldn't care less about that. But
we
will sometimes do cruise content because we're obsessed now.
But if you don't care about that, you might care about this because the new Pirates Lounge that's opening at Magic Kingdom, Beak and Barrel, opens on the 29th and then reservations open in the 14th.
On the day that is it going to be the day that this episode drops, I think? Thursday the 14th? Yes. So if you're listening to this,
go book your reservations. Quick. It opens on the 29th. I have thoughts on the Beak and Barrel Lounge.
I actually this Monday released a YouTube video that was all about the history of like the ban on alcohol through history at Disney and how we kind of got to where we are now, where we have like an actual bar in Magic Kingdom, which is, if you think about what Walt wanted 70 years ago, crazy.
I'm not even like a Walt purist, although I am a Walt purist, but like I'm not like a Walt purist in the way that I'm like, no alcohol in Magic Kingdom. My thought is like, I just think having this one, probably not all that big lounge in Magic Kingdom just doesn't make sense. Like they need to have more. And there are places that they could like, oh my God, okay, at the same time, like start serving beer in Gaston's Tavern and like you have to drink it within
this is Mouselets Roman Empire these days. Beer in Gaston's.
Okay, it's just an example, but like something like it's just, I don't want people walking around with drinks in Magic Kingdom. Like I stand by that, but like I don't think having one singular lounge like this makes sense in this park.
I personally am excited for it. If you guys haven't seen much about it,
they did a lot. I'm excited for it.
They did a lot with like backstory, which I think is really fun. And I love when they actually like put time into that. For example, the Geo 82 lounge at Epcot, which we have not been to yet personally, that one like doesn't have, I don't think, like a huge backstory. It's just kind of like a lounge. This one does have like a whole Pirates themed backstory, which I think is really fun. I think like it'll be cool for Magic Kingdom to have one. I do agree. It'll probably be really crowded,
but reusing space that wasn't used, I think it's all like a great idea. I just think, and maybe this is their like larger plan, but I feel like they need to like have more than just one. And I think it is going to be like a vibe change, I think, in a way to Magic Kingdom. I will never forget, I went in college with my friend and her dad to Magic Kingdom. And I remember it was like, I guess before alcohol was even served at sit-down restaurants, which is funny because we were at Tony's and he's like, oh, I'll have a glass of wine. They were like, no, we don't have wine. It was like he was like a big deal. And
was it pre-2016? Because they started serving alcohol at Tony's in 2016.
Okay, creep that you know that. It was 2015. So Yeah, it was 2015. I just think it's going to be a vibe change. And I think in many ways, Magic Kingdom, you know my thoughts on Magic Kingdom. It's like a little bit stale in some ways. So I love anything new. I'm excited for it. And are kids allowed in it?
I think so. I
Okay.
don't think it's
Oh,
21 plus.
GO82 is only adults. Okay.
Yeah.
So, I mean, we'll see. We'll see how it goes. It's like an August vibe. I'm excited. Last piece of news, guys. Again, slow news week. Did you see the videos of the contemporary brawl?
I did. There was a fight, and my favorite part is that the Disney security guards are just standing there.
Oh, my favorite part was that like the fight went on for a while and then some man in like a tan colored shirt like sprinted out of frame and like shoved someone. I was like, whoa, like,
There's also a woman with a baby who's trying very hard to get involved in the fight, and I was like,
oh, I didn't see that. I was focused on the tan man.
I was focused on the woman with the baby and the security guards who just sort of said, I don't want to get involved.
People were like in the contemporary of all places. I'm like, no, I kind of, in a way, I see it. I see it a little bit. Like the lobby, it can get hectic.
So
That's
that's
what
the
you missed
news.
on Glee.
That's basically, we're recording this on Sunday night. So if there's been news that dropped this week, we'll talk about it next week. But the reason we're recording it on Sunday night is because, to get into our main topic of the day, we have a trip coming up.
August trip. We swore we would never, ever, ever return in August. And yet here we are again.
So the day that you are listening to this, the day this episode drops, Thursday, August 14th, is the day that we leave for our trip. And we figured we would give you guys sort of a special little look into all the things we have planned, how we've been doing our planning, etc. So we're doing a split stay, my least favorite thing, but we are doing a split stay.
I
It's
have
Mouselets
wanted to
fault.
stay. It is my choice, to be clear, for two reasons. I have wanted to stay at this resort for a very long time. We've only been there for like a couple of days back. Gosh, what was it? May of 2019. And I've always wanted to return to this resort. Why? Because I think a lot of people stay here and I feel like I haven't experienced it myself. I think the theme is fun and I wanted to try it out. And I wanted to save a little bit of moo being money. And so we booked it. And it's the All-Star Resort, okay? People either love it or they hate it. I don't have the strongest opinion. Mouse one hates it.
I do, guys. I don't hate it. I just, especially in the summer, it's very much like sort of a concrete jungle to me. It's kind of hot. But we, on that May 2019 trip that Mouse and 2 just referenced, we stayed at All-Star Music.
Yes.
Neither of us have ever stayed at All-Star Sports.
In the
I
country
stayed
section.
I stayed like one night at All-Star Movies years and years and years ago. And I will say of the three, I think of the three, I will say of the four, I will include Pop Century in that. To me, All-Star Movies has the best theme. It's the most Disney-ish theme. So I love the theme there. I think it's very fun.
I would agree. I actually think the sports theme is fun. I just don't want to stay there because of the sports teams. But like, I think the sports theme is fun.
And so we are staying just Thursday night there. I'm excited. I land at 6:30. So I'll probably do like dinner in the food court there. Mouse 2 gets in a little bit later. But
I'm excited to try it out. And so then the next day on Friday, we're going to be spending some resort time, like working some in the morning, like before work starts. We're going to go for like a hot girl walk, explore the resort, breakfast at the food court. I definitely want to dip into the pool. I don't really like have to work Friday. I'm just going to like do what I have to do. And so we're going to kind of get to experience it. And it's going to be one night. And it's a good test to see if we want to stay there again. I'm excited. After that, though, we are transferring to the Contemporary Resort.
And we're staying in a room type we've never stayed in before. So like, interesting Disney tidbit. When the Contemporary was built, there was the main tower, but there were also these things that they called garden wings on either side.
I actually called them Bayside rooms for a bit. Do you know that?
No.
Little fact.
Mouse 2 is smug, guys. It's one of her biggest flaws.
Oh, I wouldn't say that. So anyway, we're staying in the garden wing. And it's funny because, wait, don't say their name, but who does the Contemporary remind you of?
I mean, I obviously know. We can say their name.
Their last name?
No. I'm afraid we're not talking about the same
No,
person.
who are you saying?
Greg.
Oh, I was going to say like Beena Roo, my childhood friend.
Oh, our childhood friends. Okay, well, I was talking about our friend Greg, who has another amazing podcast that you guys should listen to called That Park Life Podcast.
Okay, I would agree with that. Anyway, so we have never stayed in the garden wing. We've only stayed in the Contemporary one time, but we went to Chef Mickey every single year as kids. So like the Contemporary, massive part of our childhoods.
So nostalgic. Like to me, the Chef Mickey in particular, but therefore the Contemporary is the most like Disney-ish hotel, if that makes sense.
Which a lot of people don't have that take. But like we didn't go to the Polynesian or the Grand Floridian as kids other than passing it on the monorail. I don't know if we got out until like 2016.
Literally.
Like,
But we did go to the Contemporary every year. And we didn't even know the boardwalk existed again until like 2017 or something.
literally. And our mom would go and drive us in our like rental car, and she would drop us off right outside the Contemporary security gate and then peel around and go off to the
Go to
TTC
the
so we could walk
TTC.
to Magic Kingdom, which is like definitely not allowed anymore. Or probably even then.
Probably
Anyway,
that.
so we stayed at the Contemporary a couple of years ago in April in the tower, and we loved it. And so this trip, we are staying in the garden wing rooms, and we are very, very curious to see what our thoughts are. Because
So
on
again,
one
they're
hand,
not in the tower. They're like these separate small buildings to the side that you've honestly probably never noticed unless you've walked out the back of the Contemporary and been like looking for them.
we did a family hot girl walk for our trip earlier this year, and we walked through and we were like, wait, like this is a vibe. But
The
then on the
grounds
other
are so
hand,
beautiful.
we really wanted to be in the tower. So like it's going to be interesting. They're cheaper too. So I'm very excited to try them out basically.
We're very excited. We love the Contemporary. So that's where we're staying from Friday until Tuesday, which is very convenient because, guys, it's going to be hot. And we're going to try not to talk about it too much.
I
But
told Mousa when she's banned from speaking about how hot it is.
guys, I will not be able to stop talking about it. It's gonna be so hot. But so we're trying to be very strategic with spending time at the resort, spending time at maybe some other places, Blizzard Beach, in order to like escape the heat. And so, anyways, on that Friday after we work, we're gonna transfer to the Contemporary, and then we're gonna go to Magic Kingdom for a couple hours because it's so easy to pop over. But then we have something special planned that night.
We have a couple of like special things worked in. California Grill, which is the restaurant on like the top of the Contemporary, which is a very special treat because it's pretty pricey, but I still stand by it's one of the best meals I've ever had in my life. And so we're
It's so
doing a little special meal at the Contemp.
I would
Specifically.
say we've probably gone to California Grill maybe once a year, not even.
Oh my
for the
God,
last
not
couple
once a
years.
year. We've been there twice ever.
Well, we did that breakfast, I guess, that one
Okay,
time.
at the Wave. So no, we've been there twice ever. You say once a year. We've been there.
I went with Mouselets C. I went with Mouselets C
Okay,
without you.
once every 3 years.
Okay, guys. Anyways,
Nope, literally. So we're doing that. But other than that, we are doing all 4 of the parks, and we're also doing Blizzard Beach and the Halloween party. I feel like I want to dive into Blizzard Beach for a minute.
Blizzard Beach was our go-to growing up. We were Blizzard Beach loyalists. We went to Typhoon Lagoon like once, and we couldn't have been more disappointed.
As you're listening to this, please like say it out loud, and I'll like infer Blizzard Beach or Typhoon Lagoon loyalists because I know that everyone is a Typhoon Lagoon loyalist. I know that you all are, and
Which
you're
is crazy.
so wrong. It's
You're wrong.
literally crazy. The last time I went to Blizzard Beach was with Mouselet 3, our little brother, in 2018 in June before M1 like came on that trip. And we haven't been back since because it's never open anymore.
Never open. It's never open. I don't even know the last time I was there.
I mean, we've been to Typhoon Lagoon like 10 times since then.
And I will say, as kids, when we went to Typhoon Lagoon, we were like so disappointed. As an adult, Typhoon Lagoon is great. Like I like Typhoon Lagoon, but it's no Blizzard Beach.
It's not great. It's fine.
It's no Blizzard Beach for
They
sure.
have like a miniature little family raft ride. Wait, were we at Typhoon Lagoon with Mom recently or something?
Were we? Yeah, we were.
Just me, you, and Mom?
You are the one that remembers trips better. So
It's so weird. We like went on this little dinky family raft ride, and I specifically remember.
our brother, Mouse of 3 must have been there too.
Where was Dad?
It's probably the trip we went to Jollywood with Mama Mouselet and Mouselet 3.
No. It was this past trip. Okay, well, I don't remember, but if I remember, I'll put it in the show notes if that's a thing here. I feel like I hear people say that on podcasts sometimes. Typhoon Lagoon is just not as fun, and they took away the snorkeling thing, which was one of the best parts. I like the like theme of it overall, but just
You know what I don't like?
the wave
Hot
pool.
take.
The wave pool.
It's terrifying.
Guys.
I mean, you're pummeled.
Do you want to
Guys, Mouse. Oh, wait. Let's do. Guys, we have a little tag. Hang on. Ready?
Mouselets Lore.
Mouselets Lore. That said, this is some deep Mouselets Lore.
We went to Blizzard Beach every year. God knows why we stumbled upon Typhoon Lagoon. We
I think
popped into
Blizzard Beach
Typhoon
was
Lagoon.
closed for refurbishment one year, so we had to go to Typhoon Lagoon.
I was like a kid. Must have been like, I don't know, I was like 8, maybe younger, like
Maybe not
6.
even.
Like 6 or 7. Mouselet 3 was like a baby because I know he was a baby because Mama Mouselet was like not even anywhere near us because she was watching like our little baby brother.
And we were at just the edge of the wave pool, like where you walk in. We were not like actually deep in the wave pool or anything.
But they had like benches, just like for reference, they had like benches around there. And if you don't know what the wave pool is, every like 5 minutes or every like 30 minutes for 5 minutes, a giant set of waves comes. Like,
And like they are giant.
you literally can take surfing lessons on these waves. They're that big. They're like an ocean, okay? And somehow, also the wave pool ground is like grippy-ish. It's spikes.
It's
little
spiky. I guess
spiky.
you don't slip. But
Sure.
so guys, Mouselet 2
I
got
fell.
knocked over by
Okay, I got knocked over by guys, this is insane,
Teller
actually.
area.
Wait, this is crazy. I got knocked over by a wave, and I'm
On her
being
stomach. I
I'm
can
on my
picture
stomach being if you're watching this on YouTube, if you're not, literally go find this on
her
YouTube.
arms are up like this, and her legs
My
are
head
up,
is underwater. I'm being beaten down by waves
like, flinging around.
over and over and over. I couldn't get up. I'm drowning. I'm drowning.
And you know who saved her, guys? Me! Me! I ran over
Not a
and I
lifeguard.
immediately up for me, and I saved her out of the water.
Make sure you're leaning into your microphone because I feel like everyone missed that. You might want to say it
Well, I
again.
think my microphone, guys, for some reason couldn't be louder. I think you guys can hear it.
Say it again, maybe, just in case.
Okay. I picked Mouselets 2 up, guys. I saved her.
Guys, no lifeguard even noticed that I was drowning, okay? I find this pool a little bit dangerous, okay? I also, like, Papa Mouselet was literally nowhere to be found. I'm not sure
No idea
where they were.
You probably was also with Mouselet 3.
I don't
Baby
know. Mouselet 1 was like no, they were they must have been watching us. Mouselet 1 was I don't know. Papa Mouselet sometimes, like, he forgot me in an amusement park once in Santa's Village in New Hampshire, and I was, like, all by myself for, like, at least had a half hour, okay? Like,
Guys, they were very attentive parents.
they
Okay,
were
don't
very attentive parents, but in this situation anyway, Typhoon Lagoon, wave pool, the wave pool's so exhausting even to this day that I, like, feel like I'm drowning in there. We're Blizzard
Also, as kids at Blizzard Beach, we were obsessed with the ski patrol area,
Yeah.
which you can only do until you're 12. We definitely did that until we were like 16 or
I
17.
think it's until you're, like,
pretending we were
48
12.
inches tall or something, actually.
Yeah, and we would sneak onto that constantly, even when we were older, because we loved it. Which is literally like these little nets with icebergs and like all these things.
Blizzard
And-
Beach is the best. Toboggan Racers is so fun. All of the rides are fun. I have never done Summit Plummet. I've also never done Slush and Gusher, but I believe you have.
I did Slush and Gusher once. I don't remember why I possibly did
You're
that.
with the Bat,
And-
your awful ex-boyfriend, the Bat.
Mouselets 2 nicknamed him that. Anyways,
I did. If he's listening.
okay. Anyways, we did the Slush and Gusher. I will never do it again. It literally felt like being waterboarded.
Oh my God.
I mean,
Oh my God.
you can't breathe.
Oh my God. Another reason I hate Typhoon Lagoon. You know what I'm about to say?
I do.
Humunga, Cowabunga. It's a body slide. Holy crap. Literally. Oh my God. TMI, guys. But like the first time we did this slide,
I can't believe
literally
you're sharing this story.
so much water was like up in my business that both of us hauled it to the bathroom after. Okay. And apparently that's a thing.
Water straight up.
It was like receiving an enema, if that's what it's called.
I can't believe that you just said that on our podcast.
I feel like that's the type of things you're going to get here. So we're going to Blizzard Beach. Okay. We're excited. It's been a while. We're excited to experience it, to try the food, to just like the lazy river there is better. I don't have the water parks annual pass. I just have the regular one. So I will be upgrading my annual pass for that, which I feel like it's about time because we go to the water parks.
I will be. I will be as well. Unfortunately, right now you do get a free water park day on your check-in day, but with our schedule, it just doesn't really make sense to do that. And so we're going on a non-check-in day. So we'll be upgrading our annual pass, only $99. So it's
just not that big of a
you
deal.
go more than twice in a year, it's definitely worth it.
The other special event that we are doing is Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party. And I personally am very, very excited to go back. I love the Halloween party. I'm not even that big of a Halloween fan. There are people who are like, they're like Halloween people. I'm like not a Halloween person that much. I'm a Christmas person. I'm a Christmas girl.
But I like the Halloween party at Disney. It's so much
Well,
fun.
that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying is I'm not a Halloween person that much in regular life. Like I don't decorate spooky, but I love to celebrate at Disney.
It like makes it special. And okay, another aspect to our Peach and Pit crew on Patreon, we have a tier that will give access to close friends on Instagram, early access to announcements and stuff. So we're going to be, normally we don't reveal our costume until we actually get to the park. We'll be doing a little behind the scenes for those people over on Instagram, and you'll get to see our costumes early as we're prepping them. And guys, we'll be wearing these costumes for as short of time as we possibly can.
When you see this close friend story, I have some, like, I need some scissors to get in there and make some changes. So just you prepare for that, guys. It's gonna be interesting.
But here's the question, guys. The last few times that we've been to the Halloween party, Mouselet 2 has not made it all the way to the end of the party. She makes it like 15 minutes before.
And then I have to bail before
And then
the
has to
show.
bail.
No, because we're staying at the Contemporary, I think I can do it.
Will she do it? Place your bets.
Last time, no, 2 times ago, Mouselet A was the one who bailed.
Yes, it was Mouselet A.
She was
I
too
remember.
tired. And so anyway, Halloween party, it's going to be fun. We do a lot of the stuff there, but the one thing that we don't really do there is trick or treat. We're not huge trick or treaters. I like candy, but like the last thing I need is like 50 pieces of candy to like
We
bring
usually eat
home
like
in my
2 pieces
suitcase.
yeah, 2 pieces of candy, and then we
Like
don't
we'll
eat
like
it.
literally reach in, I'll be like, all I want is like Skittles or something. Like it's
Yeah.
so
We
I
do
love
at the end of the night when the lines are low, I would say.
sure. I like Space Mountain. The layover is so fun. The parade is amazing. I don't love the fireworks that much, but I love the Sanderson Sisters show.
Me too, I love the stage show,
But the
for
like
sure.
Jack Skell I'm not a Jack Skellington fan. That like puppet, he just like doesn't impress me that much because I've never seen the movie.
But also when we have our California Grill reservation, it's the
Mhm.
night of a Halloween party. And when you have a California Grill reservation, no matter what time your reservation is, you can go back up and watch the fireworks from the top of the Contemporary. And we'll be watching the Halloween fireworks. And like there aren't really that many projections during the Halloween fireworks. So I kind of feel like we could watch them and then skip them during the party and do more stuff.
I agree. We could like go and I don't even know what we'll do, but like maybe when there's like a shorter line for Haunted Mansion or something,
Yeah,
like
or like meeting they have special characters out, which could be fun.
that could be fun. We
So,
love villains. Speaking of
we love
villains, the new villain show opened up at Hollywood Studios, as did the Little Mermaid show. And I never do this, but I avoided spoilers of the villain show. I'm very, very, very excited to see it. I feel like it's had mixed reviews. I love villains. I'm a huge villains fan. And I think it's so fun that Disney is bringing villains back into the parks. I mean, especially with the Villains Land. So I am very excited.
And I feel like we rarely go to Disney and get to do something like truly new. We
Yeah.
find new things. But this time there's the villain show, the Little Mermaid show.
And Test Track.
There's what?
Test
Test
Track.
Track. And there's the Starlight Parade
And Geo82.
and Geo 82 at Epcot, which we're going to try to go to. Of course, we don't have a reservation. If you know us, you know we're horrible at booking reservations. But
Does it need reservations?
yes.
Oh.
But we have actually booked some other reservations that I'm excited about.
Tiffin's.
One of which is going back to Tiffin's.
Love Tiffin's. If you guys, everyone, it's so underrated. The Animal Kingdom and Animal Kingdom Lodge restaurants. They're my favorite on property. Boma is my favorite place on property. Tiffin's, I got the North African tofu. Oh my God, it was so good.
I get a short rib. It's amazing.
You know what the best thing I've ever had from Animal Kingdom?
No.
The malva. I got this
Oh my God.
malva
Oh
cake.
my God.
Wait. Where's that thing? How do I play that sound?
Mouselets Lore.
Mouselets Lore. I once, years ago, in like 2018, was walking by Tamu Tamu Refreshments in Africa. Oh, a malva cake sundae. That sounds good. Let me try it.
Sounds random, but
Pretty
okay.
good. Best dessert I've ever had in my life.
And she talks about it all the time, and it hasn't been there since 2018.
It was
Like,
amazing. So we're doing Tiffin's. I'm excited. Tiffin's is like just such a vibe. It's a little bit more high end. So I would say like you could definitely bring your kids there, but it's maybe a little bit of like a higher end place if you haven't been there. I don't is it a signature
It's
restaurant?
signature.
Okay.
It's signature. Yeah.
It's
So that's
signature.
why we don't go that often, but when we do, it's really good. We also are going to Skipper Canteen, which we've only been to once,
We've only
maybe
eaten there once.
once.
A long time ago. Me and you ate there. That I don't know if I remember the trip.
I don't know the trip either.
Like way, way, way pre-COVID. It was probably 2018. Maybe could have been 2019. Skipper's Canteen has a really cool backstory, and that we are very into because of like there's this whole hidden thing. Can't get into it right now, but the Society of Explorers and Adventurers. It's this entire like Disney intricate backstory that connects all the parks worldwide, and they have so much stuff in there that's so cool. So we're really excited to get back.
And we did go in once, and we just like asked a cast member if we could just like look for like a certain thing, and this cast member was so nice and gave us like a whole tour of the restaurant, showing us like hidden artifacts from the Society of Explorers and Adventurers. We're gonna have to do a whole podcast episode on that. We can't get into that right now.
That'll
but-
be like a bonus one. Sometimes we're gonna have a couple of like extended, just like a deep dive version, and they'll be like almost like standalone, I think, and that's gonna be one of them. But I'm excited because also, unfortunately, guys, my girlfriend Mouselet A might be listening outside the door right now. She's a very picky eater, and they have a very specific menu at Skipper Canteen. And we've thought about going, and it's just not ever something that she's been that into. And we're like, well, there's other stuff. So
I call myself a particular eater. I would not say I'm picky, but I'm a little bit particular. I don't actually remember. I haven't looked at the menu, but I have been wanting to go back. So I'm very excited.
There's chicken. You are pretty picky. You are too. We eat at Liberty Tree Tavern like
most of the time.
most of the time.
But I think it'll be good to try something new. Like we need to get out of our comfort zone with that. We also are going back. Speaking of not getting out of our comfort zone at all, we're going back to our old favorite at Hollywood Studios.
Brown Derby.
Hold on.
We have a specific like thing we think about certain Disney restaurants that we like have a great experience one time. We feel it with Via Napoli in Epcot, and we feel it with Brown Derby. There might be others. There's a specific room in the Brown Derby, the bamboo room.
Guys, you've probably not been in it because it's so small. It's never open. It only has a few tables.
It is
But when it's
like
open,
just I want to live in the bamboo
So
room.
private. It
It's
has like this plush
serene. It has a
carpet,
plush
so
rug.
quiet.
It's so cozy. Oh my God. It's like
So
never open.
we get to
Never
go in
open.
there.
So well, yeah, we don't know if we're gonna be in there. The other one, Via Napoli, the back room. I mean, you'll have a completely different experience. We have to
So
specifically
quiet back
request it.
there.
It's
So we're planning dining reservations because again, we're trying to be very mindful of having breaks, being in air conditioning, not walking around too much because it's going to be so hot. So that's one thing we're doing. And then the Contemporary has one of our favorite, really
Mouselets
four, but
Lore.
no,
niche
it's
pools.
Mouselets Lore. We call it the Target pool. Okay.
Amazing.
It's Contemporary has a very, very cool history. All of the monorail resorts and the resorts on Bay Lake and Seven Seas Lagoon have a cool history because when they were built, if you guys watch on YouTube, you will know this. Disney was creating something called the Vacation Kingdom, which is like because they only had Magic Kingdom as the theme park, they wanted to offer like a million other activities that would basically get people to stay on site for like multiple days. So like archery or like horseback riding, swimming in the lakes. So swimming in the lakes was like a huge thing, and all of these pools. And that's why the Contemporary beach and all these beaches were so established because people used to swim in the lakes. And they also really put an emphasis on these pools. And because they wanted people to stay on site, they sort of like separated out different types of things. And so this Target pool was the teenage pool. Okay. It's basically built into the lagoon. It's like almost like it feels like it's like on a raft. That's how
It's like a dock. It's almost like a dock that has a pool in it. Yeah, like a raft that has a pool in it over the lake.
it's a perfect circle. I don't is it adults only now?
I don't think so.
Never seen
But
a
it's
kid in
only
there.
like one depth. It's just a big circle.
It's like
It's
4
like
feet deep. It's like a great depth. It's deep, it's quiet, the water is always refreshingly cool in the best way. We're obsessed with it.
I can't even describe it, but just being on the lake, it's so serene. It's like such a good depth. It's like a giant hot
Circle,
tub almost, but it's not hot.
it's like literally it's probably my favorite pool on property, I think.
We love it. And so we get to stay at the Contemporary again. We rarely get to swim in this pool. We don't stay there that frequently.
Yeah.
And so we're planning a lot of time to be at the Target pool.
We wanna try the Outer Rim bar because after California Grill, we wanna, like, do just, like, contempt night. So we're like, maybe we finally try the Outer Rim bar, which is like
It's the Contemporary's only actual
well, steakhouse,
bar.
but
Yeah, like they have bars with restaurants like California
yeah,
Grill.
the Outer Rim is, like, sort of, like, a little weenie and stuff, but
Yeah, I don't think it's gonna be anything amazing, but I think it has like good views.
I think it's a vibe. No, I think
Yeah.
it's next to the monorail track.
No, but it has windows that like look out. I can
Alright,
pick
well, we're gonna try it out and we're gonna see.
I'll tell you how it is.
Of all of the resorts we've stayed at almost all of them, but not all. The Contemporary, and this is Mouselet A, Mouselet C feel the same thing. If you guys, Mouselet A is my girlfriend, Mouselet C is her husband. That Contemporary has some of the most amenities. It has all sorts of like sports courts, has amazing pools. It has great restaurant options and bars and just like
It
shops,
has it has giant oversized games outside. It has beach areas that you can relax on.
like
Like it
cornhole,
has
ping
walking
pong,
paths.
water slides. Like,
There's just so much to do. And that was something we did not expect the first time we stayed there. I would say the first time we stayed there, we were in the Bay Lake Tower part of it.
yeah.
And we weren't like sure how
Yeah,
we
this
were
will
gonna
be
feel
nice.
about it.
The proximity, but because we went there as kids, we would take the monorail, we'd stay in the tower, we'd get back. Like we never explored the grounds. Like we just like that like wasn't again even like on our radar. There's a lot of things that weren't on our radar that you will learn, like the fact that we thought that
Lives in the
Spaceship
land.
Earth was in Living with the Land. Like there's a lot of things that like
Other way, yeah, other way
we
around. We thought Living with the Land was inside of Spaceship Earth.
oh yeah, we
We
thought
didn't
Living with
know
the
the
Land was
ride Spaceship Earth existed. We thought Living with the Land was in the ball.
until like maybe what 2017
Yeah.
probably. Like there's a lot of things that we just like didn't know. Like we didn't know you could walk around the resorts.
We didn't know the
If you're
boardwalk
like
area
us,
existed.
this is your this is your sign. Go walk around the resorts.
They're
Um,
amazing, and anyone can do it.
so it's gonna be pretty fun. And where we are at now is basically we're filming this on a Sunday night. We leave in a couple of days. I have a very busy work week. I like couldn't be busier. Probably the busiest week I've had in like a year. And so I need to
Right.
finish packing tonight. That's
Because
my
if
thing.
you guys follow us closely on Instagram stories, you know that we are always big into outfit planning. We try to coordinate our outfits with each other, with the park. And guys, it's so hard. It's like the hardest prep of anything. And this trip I find especially hard because the number one focus has to be being cool.
Okay,
Like
two things
staying
about
cool.
this. One, I have not thought about being cool even once with these outfits, which
Which
I've
is, guys, she's out of her mind. I
and
mean, you're
two,
out of your mind.
we truly work so hard to coordinate our outfits, like too hard. And Mouselet A, guys, my girlfriend says she was like, you've never looked coordinated ever.
Guys,
Never.
nothing
She
has
was like, you've
offended
never.
I mean,
Wait, what? You've never looked coordinated. We were like, what? She goes, never, ever. You've never
nothing
looked.
has offended me more than her saying that, because I can't even tell you how many hours we spend
It's crazy.
trying, because we have different like styles, but we still want to look okay, hang on.
Mouselets Lore.
Okay,
There was
all
a day.
people listening to this podcast have left because we've used that little thing like 10 times.
There was a day, what was it? It was in Animal Kingdom in like 2018, 2019,
Oh,
where
that was January 2020.
where Mouselet 2 wore black leather leggings, a big black Mickey shirt, and like a black turtleneck or something.
Yep.
And I was wearing jeans, a white knitted tank top, and like a flowy,
Like
kind of.
Aztec-y sarong, like
Yeah.
very like 2016
And in the pictures, we could not look less coordinated, and it just looked stupid, us next to each other. And we learned, we would look a lot better in photos if we matched.
attempted to like try to match. And so we get in arguments. Obviously, we fight about it all the time because of like different things. Like I want to wear Star Wars outfits, she doesn't, and all this stuff. But I feel like we're in a pretty good spot with our outfits. Honestly, I do.
I do too. Mouselet 2 was trying to do a no buy anything. I think she succeeded.
I did. No, by
Didn't
July.
buy anything.
I
for
didn't buy
this
a thing for this trip. Everything I am using is what I already have. I'm so
And
proud.
I will say that is because she wasn't thinking about the fact that it's going to be hot.
No, I have so many things I could wear. I know it's going to be hot. I'm just saying, like, I built my outfits around what I want to wear, and then I'll adapt.
I bought like exercise dresses.
I didn't need to buy anything. I have so many things. That's the whole point of No by July. Everyone do this with me.
No by July is over. To be clear, it is
No,
August
it's
10th.
extending through August.
No by August. What did I call it the other day?
Something stupid. No one needs to hear it.
Anyways, anything else we want to say about this trip coming up?
Follow along with us. It's going to be fun, and we'll do a recap after. So,
We'll do it.
including bits and peaches.
Yes. Okay, next up. So we're always going to do, as like our last segment of the podcast, we're going to do a special segment. We have a lot of different ones in mind. We will maybe play a game sometimes. Maybe we'll do a special meeting of the Adult Disney Club. Like there are a bunch of different things. But today we're doing one that you are familiar with.
Mouselets Lore.
The Mouselets Lore drop. And we figured for our very first podcast episode, we would tell the story of how we started the Mouselets.
And honestly, it's not actually as like detailed as you would think. And we both also remember it completely differently. So I'll
Yep.
start. The year is 2017. We're sitting at our brother's high school graduation.
This is absolutely not true. And I proved it to her that this was
No,
wrong.
you didn't. You didn't.
I literally showed you the receipts.
And I said I would start. No, you didn't. You didn't. We're sitting at our brother's graduation, okay? And Mouselet 1 turns to me and says, I think I want to start a Disney blog. And I was like, at the time, guys, I was a small influencer of my own, I would say. I had a small account, a Harry Potter account. And I was like, oh.
Guys, she had a Harry Potter quotes account, okay?
You know what? I did. And I was like, you know what? I think I want to start a Disney Instagram account. And then the Mouselets was born. That's how I remember it. Stop looking for the
guys.
receipts.
What?
Stop looking for the receipts and tell your side.
Okay, but guys, that our high school graduation for us is like late June. This is the Mouselets logo from June 8th, 2017. Okay,
No, that's
so
like when he graduated.
no, it's not when he
You
graduated.
know why? Because you were making it for the
Here.
blog.
Here's him on June 16th, 2017.
Because you were making it for the blog. You were building that logo for the blog. Yes.
Really? I put all three Mouselets of us in it. Here's our Instagram page, guys. June 8th, 2017. Okay. Mouselet 2 is incorrect. So the way that I remember it, and the correct way, as I just proved with my receipts.
I thought our anniversary was in June.
It's June 8th, 2017.
You just showed me I had 9 posts up. We posted 9 posts on the first day we made it.
Like the first 2 days, like literally, yes. Anyways, I had just gone on a trip with some friends. And while I was there,
And the
we have
bat.
okay. And my boyfriend at the time, which Mouselets 2 loves to bring up, we have always loved Disney like secrets, Disney history, Disney secrets. And I was like, oh my gosh, I just love this so much. I think it's so fun. That's when I said maybe I'll start a blog. Looking back, I hate writing. I don't know why I thought starting a blog made sense.
But the craziest thing, guys, we were like, oh, we're going to be the first ones ever to create a Disney Instagram account. And
We
then
were
we made
literally
it, and there were like thousands of people.
there were so many people,
hundreds.
but we were like, oh my gosh, we were like, it would be so fun. And I will stand by this. This was unique. And this was the thing that I think did and still does set our account apart from other accounts is we said it would be so cool to be able to open Instagram every day and learn a new fact about Disney.
Yes.
That was like our original intention. And we've expanded like to history and tips and stuff like that, but we try to like share new information
No, we
always.
were thinking of doing tips too, because we were going to name ourselves, when we were trying to
Disney-
decide a name, we were going to name our account Disney Tips, Tricks, and Tidbits.
and trivia, actually. Disney tips, tricks, and trivia, which is even worse
Which
than
is
tidbit.
way worse, actually. I didn't even know that.
But that's what we were going to name ourselves.
And then we were like, what will make us unique and make people remember it? And also we were like, we don't want our people in our real life to know about this yet. Like my Harry Potter account was a secret. Mel's the one who had a food and eat, drink, food account.
Yep.
And so we were like,
that had about 5 posts ever on it, but yep.
What?
I said it had about 5 posts ever on it, that account, but I did have it.
Trying, and I'm proud of you for that. And so we were like, we're going to do it with the 3 siblings, right? We're like us and our little brother. We're like, oh, okay. Our Mouselet One's best friend's mom, when they go on trips, she'll plan the heck out of them, and she calls herself the head cheese.
She calls herself the head cheese or the head Mickey. And so my friend and I has always joked that because she was the head Mickey, the other people on the trip were the Micklets. And so we were like, oh my gosh, we could call our account the Micklets. But then we didn't love the idea of having the word Mickey in it because of like Disney intellectual property. So we changed it.
So we made it the Mouselets, and we were like, that kind of works also because like there's 3 of us, like we're triplets.
It sounds like triplets.
We're not triplets. We're not triplets. And so we created the Mouselets. And yeah, we started the account off and we were like, we're going to post every day, facts and tips. We're not going to share our names. You don't know our names probably right now. Maybe some of you do, but we don't share our names on here. We go by Mouselet 1, which is the oldest sister, Mouselet 2, which is me, Mouselet 3, our younger brother, and our mama and Papa Mouselet, mom and dad. They gotten those names now. And our partners, like there's like a whole pyramid of Mouselets. It's like a big thing now. And every day since then, we've pretty much posted every single day for what, like 7-8 years?
Yep, like 8 years. And we've posted facts, tips, history, secrets. Like we always try to share new, interesting information. We started on it just Instagram because that's really what it was at the time. But we had a shop, we had a store for a period of time. That was a
blog.
huge.
We still have a blog.
We still have a blog.
I had to post on the other day. TikTok, YouTube. I mean, we've really grown, but like our goal has always been the same. And that's honestly like bring it all back to this podcast. Our goal has always been the same, to like have a place to talk about our love for Disney. And that's what's so cool, is that we like have connected with so many people, and then to share basically like Disney information. And so lots of like facts, lots of stories. And then also we're going to have certain segments where we're talking about like trip planning and tips and like help out. Cause I feel like we really feel like we are like Disney experts because we go so much.
And we also just really wanted a place where like we can just be chatting the way we chat every single day about Disney and about the Mouselets, but you guys don't really get to see because we post the way we have to post on Instagram isn't really conducive to that. And so this is the way that you can basically be on a FaceTime call with us. If you're not watching on YouTube, you can watch on YouTube if you want to see us, or you can listen. If you're a huge podcast fan like me, I'm obsessed with podcasts, you can listen.
We're going to end up getting a little bit more, structured probably, but this was basically like, we're like, let's do this. This is the best time to start. There's no time to start like the present. And we were about to go on our trip and we're like, let's do this. The best time to start potentially would have been back in 2020 when we thought about starting Mouselets Radio, but I mean, who knows where we'd be then. So
people often ask us like, how do I start on social media? And truly the best answer is just start posting. Post something. You have to post to learn, to figure out what you're good at, to figure out what you like. Like you have to just try. It's never going to be perfect on the first go. So just do it. A little inspirational quote for you guys.
Yeah, let's wrap it up with that. No, actually, I want to wrap up with a fact. I want us to each tell a fact to wrap it up, tying back to our original mission.
Okay, go ahead.
I came prepared with one.
I didn't.
Of course. Oh my God, now I have so many. I'm like, wait, which one do I do? Okay, this is one I just posted on TikTok recently. When Disney World was being created and opening up, they decided they were not going to build Pirates of the Caribbean. I feel like a lot of people don't know that ride was not original to Magic Kingdom. It opened up actually in the late 60s in Disneyland in New Orleans Square, and it was like incredibly popular. But when they were building Walt Disney World, they were like, this is like a weird take from them, but they were like, oh, you know what? Like Floridians, pirates are not going to be as exciting. Like there's a lot like more like pirate culture. They like don't care.
It's close to Florida's way closer to the Caribbean than California. They're already used to it, which what? But
like, okay, whatever. So they didn't build it and people showed up to the park and they were like, oh, where's pirates? Anyway, and so then in 1972, Disney had so many people flooding to the parks that they decided to create a bunch of new rides. They were going to have Space Mountain, they were going to have the People Mover, they were going to have Parts of the Caribbean, and they were going to have Big Thunder Railway, which ended up being put off, which just had a whole separate lore to it. And they opened it up in Christmas of 1973. It was about half the length of the Disneyland one because they had to kind of retrofit it. And that's when they created that entire Caribbean Plaza area, which was not supposed to be planned, which is why Mouselet One will say that Adventureland always feels very disjointed. It's basically from
Because it is.
1972. That's my
Because
fact.
it is.
That was more of a story.
That was more of a story. That was a long fact. I have a little short fact for you guys. This is a fact that for some reason I was obsessed with as a
Is
kid.
this the bathroom fact of an Animal Kingdom?
No.
Okay.
But once I say it, you will say, oh, yes, you are obsessed with this fact. It is the fact that at Cinderella's Royal Table, the restaurant inside of Cinderella Castle, there is no kitchen.
Someone
And
actually
so-
tried to prove you wrong on this recently.
But like they're wrong. So anyways, all of the food is made in the utilidors and is sent up to the restaurant via a dumbwaiter. And for some reason, I thought that that was so cool and so interesting as
Quiz,
a kid.
what did Cinderella's Royal Table used to be called?
Like King whatever's something.
King Stephan's Banquet Hall.
I was going to say King Stefan, and then I was like, that doesn't make sense. But
I'm a Sleeping Beauty fan. Yeah, you are obsessed with that fact. And I'm like, okay, like that's a fun one.
Anyways, we're going to
Anyways.
always try and wrap up with a fact of the day,
Or
staying
something
true to our original
a
mission.
story of the day, anything like that. But honestly, wait, that was
Thank you guys for following along. You can find us on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, Facebook, basically any social media platform. We are at The Mouselets. Anywhere you want to find us, we do have a blog that we post on sometimes, themouselets.com, and we will hopefully have more episodes coming out right now
Every
as you're
single
listening when this drops.
Thursday.
We are traveling to Disney, so follow along on Instagram and on TikTok as we share that trip, and we will see you
Every
next
Thursday.
Thursday.
For Mouselets Thursday.
Bye, guys!